Hey guys, Jordan here, and in this video I'm going to go over the survey results from last week, so let's get into it. Alright, so on my channel I talk about real estate photography, so if that's a topic you're interested in, make sure to subscribe. This last week I put out a poll to you guys, and I think 90, like close to 90, let me see what it was. Anyways, several people responded, so thank you so much for your responses. And what I was trying to figure out is what is the most common brand for real estate photographers out there? What are most real estate photographers using? I didn't know. I had a hunch that it might have been Sony, but I wasn't sure. So we got Sony, Canon, or that's Nikon and Canon. So I shoot with all of them, and I think they all produce great results, but I just wanted to see what are people using. And here are the results from 86 votes. That's what it was. So Sony, 45% of you guys are using Sony, 22% using Canon, and 23% Nikon, and 9% other. And I think the 9% other, I had a couple comments about Fujifilm, so I think that 9% is Fujifilm. I don't know if anybody else is using cameras outside of those four for real estate photography. Now, what was a little bit surprising to me about those results is that Nikon was higher than Canon. For some reason, I thought Canon probably would have been higher than Nikon, but apparently not. When I started shooting real estate photography back in 2013, I used the Canon 70D. That was my first camera, and then I got the 5D Mark III when I could afford it. And I think since then, it seems like just Sony's been taking over the market, but now it's crazy that 75% is now Sony and Nikon and 25%. Obviously, this is kind of a smaller sample size of 86 people, but you probably get a good idea about, you know, what equipment's being used out there today. Now, just because the majority of people are using Sony and you're shooting Canon doesn't mean you need to go out there and shoot Sony. It's just, you know, they've made some great cameras over the last year, but I do think you can get great results with any of these for real estate photography. It's not necessarily all about the camera and gear. There's so much more to it to being a successful real estate photographer. And at the end of the day, these are just tools, right? You want to deliver a great product to your customer. So whatever tool you use that makes your life easier, it doesn't matter if it's your cell phone, Sony, Canon, Fujifilm, Nikon. Maybe there's another one out there that people are using, but I think at the end of the day, just keep your customer focused. You don't necessarily need to go out there and buy the best and brightest equipment or best and most expensive. If, you know, I think there's so many used cameras on the market today that can produce great results for real estate photography. So anyways, you know, at the end of the day, I just think most real estate agents just need like a 3 megapixel image, maybe even smaller, and 1080p videos. And honestly, that's still the standard today in 2023, even though I have cameras that can shoot 8K and do all this kind of stuff, 50, 60 megapixels. A lot of this stuff is overkill. And I did a video a while back, and I shot a house with the original 70D that I used to shoot properties with. Maybe I'll link to that in the description. And then I used a Sony camera, or the A1. Yeah, I did a comparison on that. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. The link will be in the description. But yeah, there was some differences, but it wasn't to the extent that you would think. So anyways, that's it for this video. If you got value, hit the like button. Or if you want to see more polling for real estate photographers, leave your comments, questions in the comment section below. We'll see you guys on the next one.